Hi, welcome to the Shaolin Kung Fu. Shifu Gregg here, my partner, Shifu Lloyd. Today we're going to be doing martial Tai Chi. So just to understand, the premise behind martial Tai Chi and understanding martial Tai Chi is getting the basics of the medical Tai Chi down. Understanding the hips and the movement and understanding to develop the fajing and develop the inner chi and learning how to utilize that. Saying that, people standing there and aiming their chi at people and having them drop to the floor is absolutely bogus. That's not what real understandings of Tai Chi and real martial understandings of martial applications of Tai Chi is. So what we're going to do is we're going to take understandings from the form, because the form teaches us how to release our fajing, how to release our chi, how to release the movement or our body, our core muscle, and how to relax it enough to develop that fajing, that vibrating palm, that understanding that vibrating motion to do the damage that we need to do. So we're going to take a basic movement right now, which is basically cloud hands. And the cloud hands is just turning the hips. So I'm utilizing my hip turn. Now notice I'm doing martial Tai Chi. I'm not going to start like this at my opponent. I have my hands here. It's not going to happen. My opponent's not going to move at 2 miles an hour. My opponent wants to come in and hurt me. So as my opponent moves, I'm utilizing my cloud hands. From here, utilizing movement and my technique of pushing palm. Okay? So very simple. Most Tai Chi schools teach cloud hands. We're going to utilize it here. So my opponent throws a little faster, and we utilize, and I push my opponent using pushing palm and brushing knee technique. And pushing my opponent to the floor. Second technique is inner fans. So I'm coming here, inner fan technique, stepping through and utilizing the pushing palm against the forearm. Again, this technique here is very popular and very famous in a lot of different styles. So again, we start off in the guard stance, and I'm twisting my hip, utilizing my motion from my hips. Twisting my hip, stepping through, and utilizing that fajing from my hip. So the faster he throws, the more movement that I have and the more fajing that I have when I hit my opponent. Okay? So now we take it to another level of martial understanding. Instead of pushing my opponent away, we've locked my opponent up, and then I twist and bring my opponent to the floor. So I come in, here, right to the floor, and lock in. One more time. I push, turn, down to the floor, lock up, here. Third application is what they call repelling the monkey. And the concept of lifting up the toes and leaning back is to draw your opponent in a little bit more. So from the rolling technique, I actually grab my opponent and pull him further down. Can I continue the motion? Absolutely, and bring my opponent to the floor. So I roll the bodies here and bring again. Bring my opponent to the floor and lock up. So a little faster, roll, turn, lock, here. Good. So again, understanding martial Tai Chi is all about utilizing one's body and utilizing one's inner chi and rolling circle motions and development from the third dantian. Taking your form and utilizing martial application with the form. So important. Just teaching open form is empty. And teachers that are just teaching open form and not going further with it, shame on you. Because you're doing a disgrace to your martial arts, to your Tai Chi, to your Qigong, to the Kung Fu, anything that you teach. Always be mindful of what you're teaching. You're teaching a martial art. Whether it's internal, whether it's physical, whether it's external, whatever you're teaching, Teach it with the full understanding that the application should be taught in every facet. So again, I want to thank you very much on behalf of the Authentic Shaolin Kung Fu. Remember, train hard, live harder, and to subscribe. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week. So a lot of people talk about Kung Fu stylists and how, free sparring doesn't work, or that the Kung Fu stylists don't know how to fight. And it's only because they don't put the martial application behind it. Just because they have gloves on doesn't mean anything. So watch what happens. See you next week.